The elder's fingers hovered inches above the human's forehead, glowing with that ancient blue fire only his kind could summon. The temple guards watched, smug and certain. After all, humans were supposed to be simple creatures. But the moment the elder touched the human's mind, everything changed. The chamber lights warped, the air trembled, and the guards, those towering armored giants, started screaming like children who'd seen something impossible. What kind of mind does humanity carry that even an ancient alien civilization wasn't prepared to touch? If you're already wondering what the elder saw inside that human's mind, you're in good company. Stick around, hit like if the mystery pulls you in, subscribe for more HFY stories, and share this with someone who loves cosmic humans are terrifying moments. It really helps the channel grow, and I'd appreciate you being part of this journey. The temple's obsidian doors groaned open as Elder Viharu glided inside, his long mantle whispering across the polished stone. Every guard in the chamber straightened, not out of respect, out of fear. Viharu was one of the last star readers, an ancient telepath whose mind had outlived empires. He could peel memories apart like parchment. He could quiet rebellions with a single thought. And today he'd come for a human. The captive stood alone in a halo of dim light, calm, strangely calm, no trembling, no pleading, just steady breathing and a faint, unreadable expression like someone waiting for a train that was late. Not an alien interrogation ritual feared across the galaxy. One guard whispered, "Why does it just stare?" Another shushed him. Humans were rumored to be unpredictable, but nothing more. Soft-skinned, short-lived, a primitive species barely stepping into the stars. Viharu approached the human slowly, his presence filling the room like cold mist. "Do not resist," he intoned. "Your mind will open." But the human didn't flinch, didn't blink. Almost as if they were the one preparing to examine him. For the first time in centuries, Viharu felt a ripple of uncertainty crawl down his spine. Viharu lifted his hand, letting a curl of blue psychic fire form around his fingers. The chamber dimmed as the ritual began, shadows sliding across the carvings that lined the walls. The guards leaned in, expecting the usual. A quick scan, a few murmured observations, maybe a mild human panic attack, nothing dramatic. But the moment Viharu's glowing fingertips touched the human's forehead, the world cracked. A thunderclap of thoughts slammed into him. Not a gentle mind to read an avalanche. Memories surged like a flood. Fire, storms, battlefields soaked in mud and determination. Children laughing. Cities burning. Rockets rising like spears toward impossible skies. Every emotion humans had ever felt, fear, rage, love, ambition, rushed him all at once. Viharu staggered back, gasping. He saw humans standing alone against predators 10 times their size. He saw them create tools out of desperation, then weapons out of hope. He saw them climb cliffs, cross oceans, defy extinction again and again, as if the universe kept trying to erase them. And failing every single time, the elder's knees buckled. This wasn't a mind. This was a storm-wearing skin. And the human, they still hadn't blinked. The chamber trembled as Viharu collapsed to one knee, clutching his skull. The blue fire around his hand sputtered, flickered, then snapped back violently as if trying to escape him. The guards' towering reptilian soldiers bred for war took an instinctive step back. None had ever seen a star reader falter, let alone look terrified. Then Viharu screamed. Not a dignified gasp or a restrained cry, no. This was raw, primal terror ripped straight from the depths of someone who'd seen far too much. The sound bounced off the temple walls, sharp enough to make several guards drop their weapons. "What did it show him?" one guard whispered. Another shook his head. "Humans cannot do this. They're basic creatures," but the elder's visions told a different story. The guards saw flashes bleeding through Viharu's psychic aura, burning starships, iron giants forged in human hands, warriors standing on shattered moons, humanity marching through cosmic storms as if daring the universe to stop them. And somewhere in that chaos something worse, something the elder couldn't even form words for. Viharu's voice cracked as he echoed out, It fought me. Its mind fought mine." The humans simply tilted their head. Calm, silent, waiting, Viharu forced himself upright. Trembling so violently the symbols on his mantle shimmered like disturbed water. Every guard watched him with wide, unblinking eyes. The elder had peered into the minds of warlords, prophets, even cosmic predators, but never had he looked so shaken, so breakable. "The human," he rasped, voice barely holding shape. "Its mind is not linear, it is not singular, it is layered. 1,000 instincts braided into one." The guards exchanged uneasy glances. Viharu continued, each word sounding heavier than the last. "Their history is carved in defiance. They survived extinction events that would erase whole species before their first breath. They built empires from dust. They endured plagues, wars, broken worlds, yet every collapse made them stronger." One guard swallowed hard. "Is that what terrified you?" Viharu shook his head slowly. "No, what terrified me was the future I saw." His eyes flared with faint psychic residue. "Machines that think. Cities in orbit. Armies made of volunteers who run toward danger, not away. Humanity pushing into the void not for conquest, but because they refused to stop." Silence thickened. "And beneath it all," Viharu whispered, "a spark. A terrible, beautiful spark. A potential no species should possess." The human finally smiled. The silence in the chamber felt alive, as if even the walls were holding their breath. Viharu stared at the human's quiet, steady smile, small, harmless, and yet somehow more frightening than any monster he had encountered in his centuries of life. He turned toward the guards, his voice thin. "We cannot contain this species. We cannot classify them. They are unfinished. Evolving even while standing still." The guard stiffened. "Unfinished? What does that mean?" Viharu swallowed. "It means they are still becoming something, and whatever they become, it will change the balance of the galaxy." Outside the temple, news traveled fast. Whispers spread through the city, then across star channels, then through entire systems. The tale twisted as it moved. A human broke an elder's mind. Their thoughts are made of war. Their future burns brighter than stars. Within hours, governments panicked. Armies recalculated threats. Scholars demanded samples. Predators wondered if they had just discovered their apex rival. And in the center of it all, the human was escorted back to their cell, walking calmly. Hands relaxed behind their back, as though everything unfolding was merely inevitable. Because deep down, humanity always knew one truth. The universe wasn't ready for them. Not yet, not even close.